Interestingly enough, I've been watching Kelis. Some of you may remember her as a R&B singer who was married to Nas. And she had a big hit. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard decades ago. But she moved to Africa 2 years ago, and she's been putting out these videos about different parts of Africa and what she's doing and so on and so forth. And I just recently saw a video where she was saying, hey, Black people, you need to come and buy land here because, Ellen DeGeneres has land here, Bill Gates has land here, all of these white people are buying up all this land. We need to buy this land here. And I felt, as the people would say, some type of way watching it, because on the one hand, I do believe we should own our own land. Absolutely. But on the other hand, the question is to what purpose? And so I also see a number of us here, in the diaspora who are like, oh, we want to go visit the motherland. But when we visit the motherland, we want the 5-star hotels and we want all the amenities and all the comforts that we are used to
Used
and
to.
feel
Yeah.
entitled to here in the West. And Africans like to show off, oh, look at our skyline. It's just like you were in Paris. Oh, look at this place. It's just like, but the question we need to be asking is,
The cost of
what made room for this? At the cost of what? In the area that I live in, 16, almost 17 years ago when we moved here, there was so much green space. And literally in the middle of the afternoon, you would have to stop your car because the deer are passing and they'll look at you and they'll keep going. And now there's been so much commercialization and people are putting fences up. And on the main road, on a daily basis, there are no less than 5 deer that are dead.
knocked the
And it looks like we're progressing and developing, but what does development really mean? And so as I was reading that, we have to go back to our values. I'm going to go back to the values, the Nguzo Saba values, and just say, what is it that we are aiming for and at what cost? And as they said in this article, once you block the pathway, because this proposed resort, tourism center, whatever, is actually going to block the migration path.
Can you imagine?
Once you do that, you actually kill off the animals. Once you do that, you change the entire environment, the ecological balance. And then, of course, as we have gone through when we went through Kenya, different stories on Kenya, or if you watched our episode of Women in Resistance on Wangari Maathai, you see that once the ecosystem changes, you have scarcity of water, you have famine, you have increased droughts, desertification, all of that. Listen, people, where are we going to live after we have destroyed the entire earth? And so what would many of us are viewing as development, oh, I've got all these comforts, this and that and that, it's killing us. I'm grateful for the gentleman who is mounting this fight. I hope that more people will put resources behind it because it takes money to fight. But I also hope that those of us who are the consumers
be much more savvy doing so.
Yes. When you're going to these resorts in Caribbean or wherever, and you don't see, quote unquote, any of the indigenous people, they're actually not allowed to get on their own beaches because they've now been privatized just for you, this wealthy international traveler, to enjoy the comforts, not bothered by those pesky non-humans. You got to look at what role you are playing as well in all of this. Because we all have some power to make a difference. And if we brought our collective power together, cooperative economics, collective responsibility, we will see more changes for all of us wherever African people live. And when you see changes with us, it helps the entire world. So again, after we've cut down all the trees and we put up all the high rises and we've, raped Mother Earth, then what?
Yeah. Then what?